Amara's Phasegrasp got even more powerful with the brand new release of more skill points and the updated version of Borderlands. And today we're going to talk about the best Phasegrasp for your heart's content. Let's go ahead and talk about it. This is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to be doing an updated version of my Phasegrasp build, which got a lot of love from you guys. We're updating it, and now it's become a little bit more powerful, it's become more healthier, and it's become more tankier. And you guys are definitely going to love this Phasegrasp build. It's really good, and it's going to make any content really super easy, whether you're bossing or whether you're mobbing. It doesn't matter because this thing will do work. But before we do, I have a question for you guys. Who do you think benefit the most out of the 53 skill points? Was it Flak? Was it Mose? Was it Amara? Or was it Sane? Let me know in the comment section down below. As a friendly reminder, guys, we stream on Twitch every single day, so make sure you guys stop by, hang out with us. The link is down below in the description. We're going to be streaming a lot of really good content, so I will definitely see you guys over there. Make sure you guys click out the link and hit us with that follow. All right, so now let's dive into the skill tree, guys. We're going to start it with the Brawler tree. For the Brawler tree, guys, we're going to be dumping 1 point into personal space. Amara's weapon shot deals bonus damage based on the distance of her target. The closer you are to the target, the greater the bonus. We're only going to be dumping 1 point here because we are going to be pretty close to the target based on the weapon we're using, but we don't need it that much. Next up, guys, we're going to be dumping 4 points into Clarity. Amara constantly regenerates health. The lower her health, the more powerful the generation is, which is really good. And we get a bonus that after our action skill is done, it doubles for a few seconds, which is really good, giving us a nice survivability with this build. Next, we're going to be dumping 2 points into Helping's Hand. For a few seconds after using her action skill, Amara's arm remains active and grants her damage reduction, which is really good because we are going to be using our Phasegrasp quite often. And that pretty much covers the Brawler tree. It's nice because we also unlock the, the kind of the Blight Tiger, which is the corrosive option here. So it's actually pretty good. Now let's go into the Fist of the Elements. Now for the Fist of the Elements, we're going to be dumping a total of 5 points into Anima. Now Anima's kind of be like the thing that's going to make the whole build work out perfectly. As you guys see right there, I am already rocking with 10 out of 5 based on my class mod. Basically what this is going to do, it's going to give Amara a status effect which deals increased damage over time. It has increased duration. Her action skill status effect deals further increased damage. So that status effect that we're applying to the enemy when we're shooting our weapon and all our elements that are tied together are going to be kind of enhanced here with Anima. So it's really good. Then we're going to be dumping a total of 5 points into Infusion, which is going to convert a portion of the damage that we deal from Amara from our weapon into her action skill element. So whether you go with Fire, Corrosive, Shock, which are the ones we have to pick from, you're going to be able to put that within your gun. So it doesn't really matter what gun you're using because you can kind of double dip on the elements. Next up, guys, we're going to be going with 5 points into Tempest. Amara deals increased elemental damage, and shock damage is further increased. Since we are running a weapon that is shock damage, it's going to be extremely powerful. And I'm going to talk to you guys a couple other weapons that work really well with this particular build. Next up, guys, we're going to be dumping a total of 1 point into Dread. Amara's gun damage is increased for a few seconds after an enemy is grasped. This is going to be really good because we are going to be doing a lot of grasping. We're also going to be dumping 3 points into Indiscriminate. Amara's bullets that damage enemies have a chance to ricochet and deal increased damage. This makes pretty much any weapon that you use kind of have that ricochet round. And since we are running a weapon that pretty much chains, this is going to be very fundamental for our particular build because it's also going to increase the target that's affected by the Phasegrasp and Stillness of Mind, which makes it really good. Next up, guys, we're dumping 1 point into Deep Well, which is going to increase the magazine size of the elemental weapon, giving us a little bit more ammo within our weapon. Next, we're going to be dumping 2 points into Sustainment. Amara gains lifesteal whenever she deals elemental damage with her weapon. This is going to give us just a tad bit of survivability. Now, for the Fist of the Element tree, we're also going to be picking up Ties That Bind, which is pretty much what puts this build together. And now it's time for us to go into the Mystical Assault tree. Alright, so here we are in the Mystical Assault tree. We're going to be dumping a total of 5 points into Do Harm. Killing an enemy grants Amara a stack of Rush. Activating her action skill consumes all Rush status effect. But what exactly does that do? When we consume that Rush stack, it's our action skill damage is going to be temporarily increased. And we're going to be getting a ton of good damage out of here. We're also going to be dumping 5 points into Violent Tapestry, which is going to also apply its status effect, and it's going to grant Amara once again a stack of Rush, which is going to give us a really good chance of applying that status effect. Next up, guys, we're going to be dumping 1 point into Alacrity. What this is going to do is going to increase our reload speed for every rush stack that we have, which is really good since we're doing a lot of rush stacks. We're also going to be dumping a total of 3 points into Transcend. It's going to increase our accuracy and our critical hit damage for a few seconds after activating our action skill, so it's really good to have it in our weapon. We're also going to be doing 5 points into Restless, which is going to do, it's going to increase our action skill cooldown rate, which is going to allow us to do the Phasegrasp quite often, not super duper fast, but it's going to be like at least a 4-second delay from the time that we actually have to apply that one, or have our second one. We're also going to be dumping 1 point into Ascendant. All action skill augments are greatly increased, which is pretty much Soul Sap, Allure, Glamour, Relevance, and Stillness of Mind. Next up, guys, we're going to be dumping 2 points into Laid Bare. Enemies take increased damage from all sources for a few seconds, which are pretty good. We're also going to be dumping 3 points, I should say, into Wraith. Amara gains an increased gun damage, which is really good. It gives us a plus 20%, and it also gives us a plus 20 after action skill use, which we do love and enjoy. Then we're going to be dumping 1 point into Remnant. This is by far one of my favorite ones. Anytime you guys go ahead and kill someone or shoot an enemy, a homing projectile will automatically launch out and seek the enemy and cause a lot of damage, which is really cool. And we're also going to be dumping our last point into Awakening, which is going to increase the effectiveness of a rush, which we're going to be stacking a lot of rush. Now from here, we're also going to be picking up Stillness of Mind. And as far as our elemental, it's going to be all dependent on what type of enemy we decide to fight. So that pretty much covers the skill tree, guys. Now let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at our gear. Now for our gear, guys, we're running a couple interesting weapons here. The main, kind of like the main golden child of this particular build is the redundant Brainstormer. Now you want to make sure you have a redundant because you want to have that times 14. The more times you have, so there's a times 7, I believe, and a times 11, the more chain links you'll have to kill enemies. So of course, the more you have, the more damage you're going to be doing. And this is what pretty much puts this build together and makes it extremely powerful. Now for anointment, I have on action skill and gain 50% in bonus corrosive damage, cryo damage, as I say, with the weapon for 10 seconds. There are a couple other anointments that could work here. I do like having that cryo just because it helps with the corrosive damage. I mean, it helps with yellow bars. It's like the overall best element damage you could possibly have. Because it does really good with all different types of elements. But this weapon in particular is what kind of makes the build pretty much work. Now the other weapons we have here, we have the brand new SMG. I was testing it out. It does pretty good. It's not like super duper over powerful, but it does pretty good once you have the Phasegrasp. The Distributor would work pretty well here. Another weapon that works pretty decent, of course, is the brand new Sniper, the Wedding Invitation, which is really good. I was trying a little bit of the Spiner, and it's okay. It's not that great, but overall in general, your priority weapon you're going to want to have is the Brainstormer, and that's going to be for mobbing. If you want to pick a weapon that you want to use when you are kind of fighting a boss, you're going to want to go with the Distributor. That's going to be your kind of main to-go weapon due to the fact that that one's going to do a ton of damage to anybody that stands in your way. So now that we got the weapons out of the way, let's take a look at our shield. For our shield, we're running the Transformer. Really good, guys. I love the Transformer just because it's just an overall general really good shield. It's going to help you against, it's going to help you with survivability, and it's going to allow you to get your health back if you ever are shocked. We're running this one with an action skill and 50% bonus radiation damage. Pretty much you want to have that because it's going to be very helpful after your Phasegrasp is, it's done. Our grenade, we're running the recurring hex. This is going to be kind of a requirement. I'll explain why in my part where I explain how you want to play this build. And we're running the 50% bonus cryo damage when the action skill ends. Now, what kind of puts this build together, of course, is our class mod. And this is going to be the Phasecerker. This is going to give us plus 26 weapon damage, plus 33 shotgun damage, and plus 32 action cooldown rate, which is a pretty good one to have. It's level 53, the one we were able to get here. And what makes this so great is that on action skill use, so whenever you use your Phasegrasp, we're going to gain max rush stack. So everything that we picked within our skill tree, it's going to get pretty much put in here. And we're also going to get a plus 2% weapon damage and a 1% action skill cooldown rate for rush stack. But remember, we are getting that as soon as our action skill is over, so it just makes it really good. The last thing we're going to be taking a look at, of course, is our artifact. I'm running the elemental projector, and the reason we run this one because it restores 18% of our max health after we kill an enemy, giving us a really good survivability. We got the plus 21 action skill cooldown, plus 14% weapon reload speed, should help with our shotgun, and a 40% maximum size on the mags, which should also help out with our shotgun as well. And that pretty much covers all the gear for this build. Now, how exactly do you want to play with this build? Well, it's going to be super easy, guys. What you want to do is lob your grenade. What the grenade's going to do, it's going to kind of pinpoint where the enemies are at. So what makes this build extremely powerful is the more enemies that are around you or around where you're going to start shooting, the more damage you're going to be doing. So you want to make sure you kind of chain the enemies or train the enemies, kind of like if you're playing zombies. Make sure you get a bunch of enemies stacked up together, throw your grenade, have them get targeted with your grenade, face grasp, shoot your brainstormer, and you're pretty much going to obliterate everything in your path without a problem. If you're bossing, you're going to probably want to do this differently. You're going to want to make sure you do this with the distributor, like I said. Kind of just make sure you get a weapon that says on action skill end. You want to get that extra damage. And when you do face grasp the ground, you're pretty much going to kind of, like if you use your action skill, shoot the distributor and do a ton of damage. It's a really, really good build for bossing as well. But there you guys have it. That is the updated version and the brand new face grasp build. Highly recommend you guys definitely check this out. If there's anything you would change for the build, let me know in the comment section down below what that is, or any weapon recommendations as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video.